Hello everyone, I'm Giuseppe Basili, also known as the FIB Stalker. Thanks for watching this video. Today is Sunday, November the 6th, 2016, and this week is going to be the next trading week. The week starting today is going to be an important week for the market. There's the US election. So these videos are going to be a little bit brief, shorter than normal. I'll be waiting for the conditions to clear out. We might have very volatile markets and moves this week, so there's no reason to add additional risk to the market. So let's start from the US dollar here, sorry, the euro dollar here, and you know that this market it's in a move lower here, and it hit the first target, and recently we have seen this market hovering around this first target a number of times, and again we saw the low 2 weeks ago here, the relative low around that level as well. Now what we have seen in this market is a failure of longs in supporting this price at important levels, and that prompted us to believe and think that 106 or lower, it's actually possible. This market has tested the 50% level here last week, and it opened right below that 111.09. Now, whether it is going to hold or not, it's not given here. When we look at the daily time frame, you have to look also below price, and there is a potential area of support here from dumb money, not a strong one, but still there is that support. So ideally, what I would like to see in this market, it's a retest of this area 111 as and after the US elections, and see whether that is going to hold. Of course, this price can actually continue lower, in which case we'll just wait and try to capture an extension short in this market. So retest of 111, it's a successful retest of resistance, of this resistance level, which is really a 50% level, so it's watched by algos as well, and we have a bit of resistance as well from smart money here. So a retest of this level could actually prove to be a good short. Euro versus pound here, this market actually started that correction that we have been looking for now for over 4 weeks after we saw this move here. The reason why we're looking for a correction is also because this market is very well extended. It's well above its second target that was here at 87.60. So market that do not just continue higher in forever. So this market has a possibility to retest the next area of long support, if that's the case, and that area is coming due here at 086.30, and we can look at the moving averages here. So this market is not going to move. If it does move into 086.30 right in a straight move, but it's probably going to bounce and then continue. So we need to be a little bit patient in this market. It's very probable that this market is going to make a first move from 088.90 down to 087.50, so talking about 140 pips or less. And however, I want to see a strong signal here, which would be given if this market were to test the 086.30. So again, I have no rush, and the risk of this move lower here may be too much compared to the gain that we can get. If this market retests the 086.30, this is going to be a long opportunity, and there would be support from dump money as well. Euro Swiss franc, this market has moved lower, and you remember that last week we traded successfully the short here, and congrats to all of you who also have taken this trade. And this market has brought this setup brought the market into the first target. Since then, the market has been crawling higher and has failed the next measure move. Now, this would be an inner measure move, while this market is still a possibility to move into its second target. And that second target of the measure move that we saw last week would push price into 107.27. So at the moment, we are seeing this market reacting at a bear dump money area here. There's no support from Algos, and there is only the setup that we saw last week. The possibility, however, for this market to be pushed lower, it's real and it's there. So when we look at the 240 minutes here, we will see that this market is actually obviously below this area here, and it is actually still finding a resistance. This would be the same as the daily that we have seen, and moving lower into the 60 minutes, we see that there's a little bit of support here from the 60 minutes. We have to clear that before this market can actually continue lower, and the stop would be above the 080, the previous highs here, the highs that we saw at the Sunday so far in the session here. So that's the Monday session in Asia. That's 108.25. Okay, so we still have support here. There's no need to short this market now. We won't get the anticipated and expected results if we act now. So there's no need to rush here, especially considering that there will be there's still the election effect to be factored in. When we move to the euro versus Australian dollar here, this market has not tested the 50%, which we were looking at. Doesn't mean that that's not possible this week. Remember that sometimes the moves that we see in the Asian market are actually reversed in the US Monday market to give all algos and participants and large banks and large players an opportunity to actually take the position. So sometimes either algos or participation from professional traders on the lower time frame actually is used to push price into these important levels where large algos and large institutions can actually take positions. Okay, so the case for a trade here will come only if we see a retest of this level 146.11, and for that would be for a continuation lower. Euro versus Canadian dollar, again we saw we're seeing this market following up on the upside, the euro strengthening on the Canadian dollar. It's good for European living in Canada, and when we look at this move higher, we can only consider as outcome the possibility of a retest of this 151.38. It's very much like the euro, so the Canadian dollar. It's really weak throughout the board here, against the US dollar, against the euro. And we saw this move lower here, which has brought price into an extension which is visible here on the weekly. So I'll use that level for now. And it's also the high of a series of 3 bars higher. And as you can see, this has found participation so far. And we are also on top of an area of dump money here, as you can see here. So that has not been tested completely, but the 147 60 level is there, and this could be priced into the first target and eventually into that 151.38. So of course you want to see a retest. If that happens during the first phases, so of next week or of this week, or just wait for what happens after the elections. The euro versus New Zealand dollar, this market has actually pierced that low that we saw forming here, and it has traded last week into this area of short, and that's something that midweek would have been actually a good opportunity. I mentioned the 50% level here last week, and of course 50% level are always areas that we have to look at in sequence lower, and this market actually reacted to that level, and it's now approaching that first target that is a little bit lower here at 149.50. Now that seems the most obvious development for this market, which means that this development is actually helping pricing to targets of the larger time frame, and we have a second target at 141.39, which is a level that I mentioned in the past as well. And if this market continues lower to the first target, it might even continue lower, offer another opportunity for shorts. At that point, we should have resistance as well, and a continuation lower into that 141.39. For now, there's nothing to do. We have to wait for price to play out, and if this market continue lower, this is going to trade into that first target. Euro Japanese yen, it's actually working out an area of potential resistance here. That possibility that I mentioned during the last few weeks, that this market could be working out this area of dump money short resistance here, is actually now materializing here, and there is a possibility for this market to reach 116.48 and then potentially also retest, and this would be a second test, and therefore a dangerous test of 117.85. So at the moment, this market on the daily has showed a strong move higher, along with all the other trades that we also have recommended in the last few weeks, particularly New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, and Australian dollar Japanese yen, which actually are now approaching, especially New Zealand dollar Japanese yen, approaching the second target as well. So the Euro Japanese yen here has a measure move that traded on Friday, and obviously there was still a risky trade there, although now the daily started supporting the Japanese yen here, and it's pushing price higher into the first target, and then a resistance of 116.72. So if you're long this market, keep the long until you see previous highs here. All right. Okay, so this concludes the second section in video. Again, I suggest you wait and see what happens after Tuesday and the scrutiny as well. Throughout the scrutiny, as Clinton confirmation of Clinton as the winner would actually probably produce a rally in the US dollar and the SP 500 and the equity as well, and so the euro would actually continue lower. Whatever it's the euro it seems to be anticipating here, don't be caught by this. It's true that the market knows the results, but this is an election that could actually produce surprises here. So it's no need to gamble. Trading is not gambling, and that's something that I also demonstrate formally in my new course, Winning with Algos, that I'm going to offer for free to all my subscribers. So no need to rush here, and be safe, mind the risk, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye bye now.